is good, man? Listen, it's your player partner, Packboy Dolo, checking in with another episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show, man. I'm coming in with the spirit of joy, and I'm giving it to you. You know what I'm saying? For all who's watching, man, I hope that everything is good with you. I ain't drinking nothing tonight, so I can't do the toast like I usually do. Like, shout out to my people. I may have to order something to drink in here soon. But I just want to say that, I truly hope everything is going smooth for you out there. You feel me? Everything is lovely on the outside, inside, and all around. You dig? Hold on, let me get this damn speaker off. I forgot to do that. Yeah, I had to pick the speaker up, man, so I could control the amount of volume coming in. But you already know that the show is brought to you by look at that logo. Wow. The Treeway Winter Wear Collection, man. Listen, fall is coming fast. Fall is coming fast. It's our favorite time of the year, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm gonna drip this out even more. You know, I'm gonna have different colors, different designs going. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. So I look forward to the fall, hoodie weather. You dig? Also, make sure you go check out the Pretty Much Understanding. I have a first draft copy right here. This is without the cover though. It's just it's the first ever physical printed copy that was ever printed. You know, you see it right there, man. Pretty Much Understanding. Like I said, it don't have the actual cover on it. I got a cover on it that's super dope. This was just like a first draft to see how everything turned out. You can get this in the ebook format via the link in the description, man. Just go down there to the official website link. It'll be right in your email within 2 minutes on everything. And I believe highly that you'll enjoy the read because it's short, straightforward, practically written. Something that you could use in your life today, tomorrow. You know what I mean? Don't wait no longer than that, though. You feel me? Also, real quick, shout out to Opus Clips, man. If you're looking for something to chop up your videos, if you shoot long form content, check out that link in my description, man. Opus Clips, they'll get you right. The first month is totally free. And then after that, you just pay a subscription. I forgot how much it is. Maybe $19.99 a month. I'm not sure. It's not much though, and it's worth it because it helps and it cuts down on the time that you'll spend chopping up your own videos, especially if you use like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Shorts. You know, you have to chop it up and make it shorter. It can't always be long form. Facebook Shorts, stuff like that. Opus Clips is the way, man. Rock with them. But the name of tonight's show is The Boomerangs of Life. The Boomerangs of Life. And even though I know that sounds like it can be self-explanatory, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the meaning. What I mean is, what goes around comes around. What you put out, you will get back. Basically, you know what I'm saying? And I know you've heard that a lot. What goes around comes around. What you sow is what you reap. All these terms that represent the same thing. And that's what the name of chapter 1 is. What these sayings, what they represent. So let's roll into chapter 1. The law of karma. That's what they represent. And the law of karma states, what you sow is what you reap. Everything that is happening in this moment is the result of the choices we have made in the past. Now that's a bold statement, so I'm going to say it again. Everything that is happening in this moment is the result of the choices that we have made in the past. Wow. You know what that means? That means that everything that I'm gonna order me a drink, man. Seriously. Everything that we have done up until this moment, everything that is happening, in this moment is the result of the choices we have made in the past. That's deep. That's deep, man. Seriously. Hold on, y'all. I gotta give me a drink. I want some apple cider. So let's roll into this next star point I got right here. The story of treating people well. And this is really low key. This is how it works. You see this every day. You can test this. You can test this every day. So without any expectation, for I say about maybe a week, you may see results quicker than that, but about a week, everybody you see, just compliment them. And to get even more intricate, you can pick the people that seem like they're having a bad day. just tell them something cool, something nice, right? Like, I like your shoes, or cool. Find something nice to say about them, and don't expect anything in return, and watch the magic happen. But you have to do this without expecting anything in return. You can also do this with the practice of giving. Giving without any expectations of receiving anything in return. You know what I'm saying? The disconnection itself, check this out. The disconnection itself is what makes it return multiplied, because you disconnect from it, because you do it just to do it. You find joy in doing it. You find joy in giving. But therefore, when it comes back, you have to find joy in receiving. Being almost flattered. Or absolutely flattered when the compliments come back, or when the givings come back. Right? Try this for 21 days. It becomes a habit. I know it happened for me. And actually, Earl Nightingale, he spoke about this in The Strangest Secret. He gave us a test. He gave a test in The Strangest Secret for 30 days, I think. He said for 30 days to treat everybody as if everybody that you come in contact with, as if they were the most important person in the world. Treat everybody that you come in contact with as if they were the most important person in the world. And it comes back. It comes back. The law of karma. It comes back. So the next start point on why the disconnection is what makes it return multiplied. It's another beautiful law. The law of detachment. The law of detachment states, in order to achieve something in this physical world, you have to relinquish your attachment to a result. That's what I was talking about earlier. When you do the test of treating people well, complimenting them for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, however long, without expecting anything in return, it comes back multiplied. In order to achieve something, excuse me. Thank you so much, baby. In order to achieve something in this physical world, you have to relinquish your attachment to a result. Now that's deep. And for most, guess what? Not easy to do. Because they always, look, they grew up in an environment where I do something for you, you should do it in return. Instead of doing something for the joy of doing it. Right? So the next start point I got is going to tie us right back into the law of karma, you know, the meaning of the show, the Boomerangs of Life. The next start point says, actions and consequences are interconnected. What does that mean? Let me get another sip of this apple cider, man. I just shot an unlimited reset segment, and it'll be up on YouTube. But shit, man, I was live on there, and that dried my throat out, so I gotta get right and push through this one. And this apple cider is hitting. Okay, so what do I mean by actions and consequences are interconnected? What I mean is this: if you do good, you will get good in return. But if you are doing bad at the same time, then you will get some bad in the mix as well. Actions and consequences are interconnected. If you do good, you will get good in return. But if you are doing bad at the same time, then you will get some bad in the mix as well. Let that soak. Think about that. And I know what you're thinking. Man, look, sometimes bad things happen to good people. It's the ebb and flow of life, though. What heightens, what emphasizes, what comes back to you is what you put out. Period. Period. That's very unlikely for something bad to happen to someone who is putting out good. It's unlikely. I think Wayne Dyer said, allow no justified resentment. Meaning, if somebody owe you something, don't resent them. If somebody turn their back on you, don't resent them. Allow no justified resentment. None. Is none justifiable. You can't justify it at all. Let it go. And all the good will continue to just flow to you, because you don't have any attachments to resentment for people who are basically just wired that way. You gotta let it go. Because here's the thing. I think I heard this in what was that? It was an audio book I was listening to. The Tao of Daily Life. I forgot the author, but just look up the Tao of Daily Life. Tao, that's how you spell Tao. The Tao of Daily Life, or the Tao of Daily Practices, something like that. It's the story of this young person talking to like a Zen master. And then the young person was basically complaining to the Zen master like, yo, people do this, and then they do that, and they do this, and they do that. And I don't like that. They treat me like this and treat me like that. They betrayed me. They turned their back on me. They did me so much bad. But all I do them is good. Why is that? And the Zen master said, what if you were surrounded by hungry wolves, and all they wanted was to take a bite at you, and you was on a tree. You was up in the tree, and you look down, and you surrounded by a pack of wolves, and they're hungry. And if you come down, you're their lunch. He said, would you blame those wolves for being wolves? And the kid said no. He said, why? And the kid said, because that's the nature of the wolves. It's in their nature. If you reach your hand into a snake pit to save a snake from some kind of storm that's coming, you reach your hand in there and the snake bites you, or are you gonna be mad at the snake for biting you? No. Why is that? That's the nature of the snake. It's the same with people. If somebody betrayed you, you let them go, but let them go with love and just keep them far away from a distance, and understand that it's in their nature to betray you. Betrayal is in their nature. They're a dishonest person. It's their nature. You can't resent them and blame them for being who they are. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. And you have to just accept what is and carry on. Accept that a person is dishonest, disloyal, whatever the case. Let them go with love, though, from a distance, and understand that it's in their nature. And we're going to talk about that later in chapter 3. But let's roll into chapter 2. This is what we all can relate. The karma of relationships. Let's talk about it. You get into a relationship and it always start off real good, right? Then when you get used to them, all of a sudden you want to start to cheat. You bring the energy of cheating and being secretive and not being open and honest, right? Not being truthful and being who you are, but being sneaky and secretive. And you start to cheat. Well, guess what? The karma of relationships says, and you can look around and ask around, and most of y'all know this didn't happen. Cheat, and you will be cheated on. That could be by that same partner, or it can be by someone in the future that you end up falling head over heels in love with, and you end up being cheated on by them because you cheated on a partner in the past. Remember the statement earlier? Everything that is happening in this moment is the result of the choices we have made in the past. Everything that is happening in this moment is the result of the choices that we have made in the past. So, if you cheat on a person, either by them or in the future, you will be cheated on, because that's the law of karma. You reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. The boomerangs of life. Right? Same thing. I was just having a conversation with my barber about this. You know, it was at a point where me personally, I found joy in knowing that I could take another man's woman, or I could have a moment with another man's woman. Because it gave me a sense of validation and fulfillment. Feeling like I was better than that man because I could have his woman. I have a moment with his woman. Right? But that comes around. That comes around too. And me personally, I decided to not to play that game no more. You feel me? If she's not my property, if she belongs to somebody else, I don't want nothing to do with her. Nothing. That's how I shifted though. You got some, they accept that, hey, this is who I am. And then they're truthful and open about the shit too, to whoever they're dealing with. So for those people, they're accepting that it could just as well happen to them. They understand the law. A lot of people don't understand the law. They just operate off of impulses. And then when shit turn around on them, the tables turn, they're like, why? Because it's a law, bro. It's a fucking law that you violated. And it comes around. And it bites you in your ass too. Whether that's right then or later on. There's no timing on it. That's what makes it so fucking scary. And makes me not, I'm a truthful motherfucker though. I'm truthful, I'm open about who I am. My desires. Right? I'm not secretive and sneaky. You feel me? So understand, do not do something to someone without accepting that it could just as well happen to you. Do not do something to someone without accepting that it could just as well happen to you. So if you don't want it to happen to you, don't do it. Just stay smooth. And guess what? If it happens to you, that just meant that that person was not supposed to be in your life. But secondly, you have to think back and say, have I ever done some fuck shit to somebody? Because 9 times out of 10, you did, and that's why it happened to you. But from the goodness, from operating how you operate and being the best possible person that you can be in that relationship, the pain will be minimal. You'll find it easier to carry on if you've been putting out good. You see what I'm saying? But let's roll into chapter 3, man. We're going to start wrapping this thing up. Fool me once. And I was just talking about that earlier, how, you find out that someone's nature is a certain way. And then you blame them for being them. You blame them for being a disloyal person when in reality they're a disloyal person. You blame them for being a snake trapped in the snake pit, and you trying to reach in and save a snake when it's in the snake's nature to bite, to strike at you. The snake can't fathom that you're trying to help it. The snake can't fathom that you're a good person. So next time you go to reach your hand in the snake pit to save a snake, You should protect your hands. You should understand the nature of that snake. Or stay the hell away from snake pits and saving snakes. And let somebody else do that. You see what I'm saying? Because listen, the sweetest revenge is not revenge itself. The sweetest revenge is massive success and disconnection. I'm going to say that again. The sweetest revenge is not revenge itself. The sweetest revenge is massive success and disconnection. So next time you trying to get some get back on a motherfucker that has the nature of a snake, understand, you're on a boomerang. It's a boomerang. You try to get some revenge and get some get back on the motherfucker, guess what? That same energy is still in the loop, and then it's gonna come back again in another form through somebody else, and you gotta get revenge on them too. Because you're into saving snakes. That are already in their dens. They're in their den. The storm is coming, yeah, true. But if you want to save that snake, you got to understand that sticking your hand in that den without protection and without awareness of what's in the den could cost you. It could cost you. Man, it's around Pac Bordolo checking out. This was the episode of the Round the Clock Thinker Show, the Boomerangs of Life, man. What goes around comes around. What you put out, you will get back. And don't ever forget that, man. Be mindful. Be mindful. And just be good, you know what I'm saying? Be good, or at least know and understand the law. Peace.